Good morning. How are you? Today we are going to continue our lesson, question tag. Do you remember it? Let's make a quick revision about what we said last lecture. We said that question tag is a short question at the end of a statement, and we said that statement means sentence. And we use the question tag for agreement and for confirmation للتأكيد. Also, we said that if the statement is positive, it means the statement does not have negation. We don't have not. It is positive. The question tag has to be negative. The question tag has to be negative if the statement is positive. Negative means we have negation, we have not. But if the statement is negative, it has negation or it has not, the question tag has to be positive without negation or without not. Okay, here we have exceptional cases. Today we are going to talk about exceptional cases in our rule question tag. Let's start with the first sentence. You have a car, don't you? You have a car, don't you? Here, have is main verb, فعل رئيسي. It is not auxiliary. مش فعل مساعد. طب أنا كيف بدي أعرف إنها فعل رئيسي ولا فعل مساعد؟ إذا أنا شفت have أو has plus verb 3 بتكون have أو has auxiliary not main verb. بيكون المين verb هو الverb 3 اللي جاي معاها. أما إذا شفت بالجملة have و has وهي الفعل الرئيسي ما في معها verb 3، هون بتكون هي it's a main verb not auxiliary. You have a car ممكن انتوا تخربطوا وتحطوا haven't you, but you have to pay attention and be careful. You have a car, have here is a main verb not auxiliary. It is not in present perfect. It is not in a present perfect. We don't have verb 3 here. It is the main verb here in this sentence. You have a car, don't you? This sentence, you have a car, is in present simple. You have a car. And we said that in a present simple, in order to negate a sentence in a present simple, we have to use don't or doesn't. Here we have you, and we said that you, they, we, are هدول subject pronouns. Because they are plural, we have to use to negate them don't. You have a car, don't you? If we have she has a car, we will use doesn't he? He has a car, doesn't he? He has. The subject is singular and we use has. He has a car. Doesn't he? And we said that the subjective pronoun you in the question tag comes after the auxiliary don't. You have a car, don't you? Okay, the second one, He has a lot of friends. Doesn't he? He has a lot of friends. This sentence in present simple. It is not a present perfect. We don't have verb 3. It is the main verb here in this sentence. It is not an auxiliary. He has a lot of friends. Doesn't he? Doesn't. ما حطينا don't. Because we said that if the subject pronouns he or she or it, we have to negate them by using doesn't in the present simple. Not don't. Doesn't. He has a lot of friends. Doesn't he? Okay, the third one. I am late. Aren't I? Aren't I? We cannot say I am late, am not I. It is an exceptional case, as we said at the beginning of the lecture. We have exceptional cases. I am late. Aren't I? We have to use aren't I. We don't have to use am not I. It is false. But if we say I am not late, the question tag am I? I am not late. Am I? These exceptional cases you have to know them by heart. يعني لازم تحفظوهم هدول الاكسبشنال cases. لما يكون في عندي when we have or has without verb 3, so they are main verbs, not auxiliaries. So we have to use don't or doesn't. Which one we have to use according to the subject? Okay, when we have I am in the statement and it is positive, I am, then the complement of the statement, the question tag we have to use aren't I. I am not late. This statement is negative because we have not. The question tag has to be positive without negation. I am not, am I. Again, pay attention, be careful, and know them by heart. احفظوهم هدول الexceptional cases. Let's go to the second slide. Now we will learn how can we make a question tag if we have suggestion and if we have command. Suggestion means offer something to someone. For example, let's go swimming. Shall we? Let's go swimming. Shall we? Here in this statement we have let's, and when you see let's in this statement, so we have suggestion, we have offer. The question tag shall we. If we have suggestion, the question tag has to be shall, has to be consist of shall, then the subject pronoun we. Let's go swimming. Shall we? And you have to put the question mark at the end of a question tag. It is important. Don't forget to put the question mark at the end of the question tag. The second example here, let's have fun. Shall we? We have suggestion here. We have offer. Let's have fun. Shall we? Again, if you see let's at the beginning of the statement, so we have suggestion, So the question tag has to be consist of shall, then the subject pronoun we. At the end, we have to put a question mark. And you have to know that the verb after let's is always verb 1. Is always verb 1 without any additions. Without us, without ed, without ing. Okay, let's go to talk about commands. Command means to give order to someone. For example, clean your room, will you? And we know that the structure of command statement starts with verb. Then the complement of the sentence or the complement of the statement. Clean your room, will you? Clean your room, we have a command, so the question tag has to be consist of will, then the subject pronoun you. Will, then you. The second example, prepare the report, will you? So, if you have a statement starts with a verb, then the complement of the sentence or the statement. The question tag has to be consist of will, then the subject pronoun you. Okay. Let's go to talk about negation. But the negation here is never, not doesn't, not don't, not didn't, never. For example, Ali never comes early. Ali never comes early. This is statement in present simple. Ali never comes early. Ali the subject, then the negation never, comes the verb with us because Ali is singular. Then early, the question tag does he. Ali never comes early. This statement is negative. This statement is negative. We have negation. We have never. Ali never comes early, as we say Ali doesn't come early. Ali never comes early equal Ali doesn't come early. And this statement is negative, so the question tag has to be positive. Ali never comes early. The question tag does he. Here the subject pronoun he refers to Ali. And we use does because it is not negation. Does is positive because we have negation in the statement. We have never. And we said that Ali never comes early equal Ali doesn't come early. As we see, Ali doesn't come early. Okay. The last example here, you have never done this before. Have I? You have never done this before. And we said in previous slide that when we have in the statement have or has, then verb 3, so have or has are auxiliaries. But if we have in the statement have or has without verb 3, so they are main verbs. Here in this example, you have never done the verb 3, and we have in this statement have a plus negation plus verb 3. So have here is an auxiliary. It is not main verb. You have never done this before. This statement is in present perfect, and this statement is negative, so the question tag has to be positive. You have never done this before equal you haven't done this before. You have never done this before, as we say you haven't done this before. So the question tag has to be positive. You haven't done this before, have I? But here in this example, the negation is never. You have never done this before, have I? Okay, that's it for today, my students. You have to pay attention and be careful when you see this video. You have to know the exceptional cases by heart. I hope that you understand all what I said. Goodbye. Wait me in another video.